Hey everybody! I saw a post on Split Coast Stampers by Queen of Inkland a few weeks ago about something called a gyro-cut, and I was fascinated when I saw the video. So of course I had to buy one because that's what we do, right? So I'm actually going to unbox it for you and show it to you live in this video. It's supposed to make curvy cutting, free-form cutting very, very easy. So here's what the blade looks like. It has a little red guard that I took off the blade, and it has kind of a bent handle. And I'm going to play around with my National Geographic today. I like to cut out masks and shapes like people or animals to use in my jelly printing because it's always fun to have a human or animal form to use as a stencil or mask. So I thought I would take this soccer player from an ad, since there are lots of like curvy little intricate pieces on this image, and I thought I would cut it out. So I started with this leg, and I'm starting kind of slowly, and I'm completely amazed at how this is going easily around the form of this human. In the beginning, when I started using this, I had a hard time breaking the habit of moving my paper because, I'm just used to a fixed blade X-Acto. And so you'll see me spinning the paper around, and I really don't need to do that. I stopped doing it about halfway through because I realized that this thing just swivels and cuts. Now you need to hold the paper down. I think when I do it again, I think I'll use a little bit of spray adhesive, and I'll put it on a piece of self-healing cutting mat, just so that I don't have to worry about the paper buckling as I'm cutting. But this is truly amazing. The blade just swivels with a very slight pressure as I go around some of these intricate shapes. And I can either push the blade away from me, or as you'll see when I'm coming back down the arm, pull it towards me, and I get no resistance. It cuts absolutely beautifully. I am completely in shock that this thing works. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect, but it works just like the guy showed on the video. It is incredibly easy. Doing this with an X-Acto would have resulted in jagged, more straight line cuts that are sort of pieced together. I think you know what I mean if you do any sort of stencil cutting. And this just gives me smooth, curved lines, and I'm actually completely blown away. The other thing that it does is it leaves me a mask, which it's great to have both a positive and a negative when you're gel printing. But I mean, look at that detail all around his shorts, his arms, his hair. It's absolutely amazing. Also, that's kind of a weird image to cut out, but I did. Now, this image of Juan Valdez and his burro is actually on the back cover of the National Geographic, and so it's a little bit thicker. I wouldn't say it's as thick as cardstock, but it's probably twice as thick as the magazine pages, and I used the same pressure that I used with the magazine page, and I should have used more pressure, but I was having so much fun. This thing just goes so fast around these shapes that I didn't think about it. And so I end up having to go back and make some additional cuts. But I think, this is the first time I've used it. I didn't know what I was doing. Oh, Splotchy would like to give a little feedback, how it's going, make sure that I'm doing everything I need to do. Hi, Splotchy. So you can see that it's kind of stuck in a few places, and I need to go back and get that all the way through the back of the magazine page. But I mean, seriously, that took like 2 seconds. That would have taken me forever with an X-Acto. I thought that repositioning the blade in one of the cut areas would be hard, but it's really not. You just set the blade down, and it seems to just kind of know which way you want to go with a small amount of pressure. And so it's actually pretty easy to go back and correct where I didn't cut all the way through. Not on the video, but later, because I was so excited. I did cut cardstock with it. It does cut. I used Whisper White, so that's an 80-pound cardstock. And you do need to use more pressure, but it cuts beautifully. That's not really the application that I got this for. I got this for cutting jelly printing masks. So I'll probably be working on magazine pages quite a bit more, but this is an amazing tool. I have to say, I'm going to give this Lydia's seal of approval here. I also got a couple of little refills which come with the blade guards. That's that little red piece of plastic that you see there. So that's my review for today. I think the Gyro-Cut is worth the money. Thanks for watching.